Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Community Call. As usual, we'll go around the table for some updates. Um, I can start. We're working on adding a demote option for the visitors, so anyone can move while being in the main room can move as a visitor, or moderators can move other participants to be visitors. So this is ongoing effort, and we can soon see it on Jitsi. That's from me. Anyone else?
I have a few updates about browser issues. So with Chrome 122, we started seeing issues where if the user, like if both the P2P endpoints are Chrome 122 and one of them starts muted, and when they unmute, we don't see the source getting signaled and media being sent or received. So we've identified a change in behavior in the browser, and we have a fix for it. It's in the master, and then we're gonna release this to meet Jitsi and then to push this to stable as well. And similarly, there is another issue with the codec negotiation. I think some mobile endpoints, Android endpoints especially, have started uh, publishing support for new 264 codec, uh, high profile codec, and then that somehow seems to have messed up the codec negotiation, because by default we for codec for mobile endpoints we usually set 264 as the preferred codec. So sometimes you would in some of the cases you would not see the video. So we are trying to figure this out, and then we'll have the fix for it soon as well. And on Firefox, there was another issue where the browser has started complaining about the transaction IDs first set parameters in the parameter calls to uh, it expects them to match. So there might be cases where the invite from Firefox to another P2P uh, peer might fail, and you would even if you have only two endpoints in the call, you might see that there's still the media is flowing over the JVB connection. So yeah, we try that has been fixed, and then it should go out. The fix should go out in the next Jitsi release as well. Yep, I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Gina. Um, Jonathan, do you want to give update for the different Java versions?
Oh yeah, so we've discovered there is an issue with um, our production is currently running on Java 11. We discovered there's an issue with newer Java versions. We've only tested the long-term releases, but I think it began at Java 13, where because they changed an implementation, it still needs more experimentation. But for now, at least on Java 17, there's a flag you can set to use the old socket implementation, which you might need to do if you're on Java 17. Unfortunately, that's not supported on 21, so we're going to look into this some more. I can post the specific flag in the community if anybody wants.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, I think we can open the floor for questions. Dennis, you are asking probably the thing that Jaya already mentioned. It's about the peer-to-peer with new Chrome versions.
Is that only peer-to-peer?
Yeah, it's only peer to peer. Like it's something to do with the way browsers producing the SSRCs. Like if one of the users joins the call with muted sources, and then the remote has sources on, and when this user unmutes their audio or video, there is something with the MSIDs. I mean, our client expects the MSID to be present, but then it's not in the STP, so we fail to signal the source. And in some cases, what is happening is if the remote peer, like let's say you join with your sources on, and then there were no sources on the remote peer, and when they turn on their sources, there is a change in the direction for the transceiver, and at that point the browser was actually switching the SSRCs. Like that never used to happen before. Like once you add a source, you have the same set of SSRCs for like both the primary SSRC and the RTX SSRC. But then now in this case, what we're seeing is when the direction changes, browser is producing a new set of SSRCs, and this was messing up our signaling. So you wouldn't see the media flowing through in that case. So this is something we fixed in master.
Interesting. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you for participating, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye, all.